Good morning, and welcome to Friday Live and Mail Call. And of course, we are live from. Where are we live from? Anybody know where we're live from? There we go. And we've had a fun morning. I've been sitting talking to Lynn, and my right hand hasn't been able to figure out how to join the stream this morning. He keeps saying that I sent him last week's stream link, and I've sent him the same link. I've sent to Lynn and to Jason. I sent it to him again in another email, and then I sent it to him again in Facebook Messenger. And so far, he is not here. He may be in the chat, but he's not in on StreamYard yet. So we shall see what happens. All right. And anyway, let's bring on my left-hand man. All right. And we all know that he is from Hey, Lynn.
Hey, hi there. Hello there.
Long time no see, right?
Yeah. I got trains running.
Yeah. I've got.
I don't know how long, but they're running right now.
I've got a few mail call and haul items for today. And should have had more, but USPS and UPS, we had some inclement weather here this week. We had an ice storm. And so both USPS and UPS are running behind. So
Yeah, I got a message for a package kind of related to trains coming that it said it's being delayed because of weather. We even had weather. Oh, we actually had real rain yesterday. Yeah. Rain and wind. And, yeah.
You know, at least it's not as bad as Heath's Digitrax shipment. So it's been back and forth between Pensacola and New York and Memphis and hell, Jacksonville. The only place it hasn't been is Oklahoma. So,
did he ever say if it made it or not?
No, it's not. It has not made it yet.
Yeah.
As of Wednesday night. So,
I think he put the wrong address on the package, and they don't know where to send it.
Yeah, but you would think that they would send it back to him in that case.
You would think, but
But hey,
that's thinking.
Yeah. Well, let's run through a roll call. Maybe eventually John will get logged in with us. So, Hi was the first to join us, and
always love saying hi.
Hi. And I must say that we can't forget our mascot here.
Oh yeah.
There he is. There's Ollie with his Valentine chipmunk. It looks like almost looks like a Bucky. So cool beans. Thank you, Hi, for the update. We always appreciate our pictures and updates of Ollie. All right. After Hi, Joe made it on time, I might add. And although he wasn't on time to Workbench Wednesday, so but he's on time here, so I can't play his song unless he's late here. So all right, and CNEI John has been on the chat. He just hasn't been in StreamYard. So we'll wait for his eventual arrival. The Model Train Insider, Anthony Dodge, is with us. Hot Dog Andy's here, and always a pleasure. Floyd Robbins has popped in from, this is just a joke, Floyd, the 51st state. And that'll never happen. Anyway. I won't even start on all of that. So who else do we have? Dwight Curley has joined us from my hometown state of Illinois. And I'm sure it is cold up there in Illinois. And Dwight's out in the middle of farmland, where this time of year there is absolutely nothing to block the wind. And so it gets very bitterly cold there. Heath has joined us, and he's hanging out with CNEI John playing hooky. Okay.
All bow down. Heath is here.
And I already started. Yeah, I do start at 10:30. Heath, I started
8:30.
10:30. Which is 11:30 your time.
8:30 here.
Because that's what time you started this time slot at, was 11:30 in the morning Eastern time. I have not deviated.
Steve, you might have been a minute or two late.
Yeah, because you and I were too busy shooting the bull.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that.
that's our current roll call. Oh, I already started mentioning the 51st thing. Yeah, well, that won't happen. So, not unless Canada wants it to happen, which I can't see. But that's here.
Steve, we had mentioned earlier about all the anomalies going on with Facebook and the internet. I put in a message to John, CNI John, in chat, and it came up in really faint red. I'm having really trouble reading something that I couldn't message.
Huh. Oh, well. It didn't do that for me.
No.
No, it's.
Let me see if it'll do it again. That was weird.
I haven't Facebook messaged John for 8 months. So unless he's changed something on his account, I don't know. We shall see.
It did it again.
It's not going through.
It says this comment has failed to post to Steve Childers, the Retirement Railroad.
Well, why are you sending it to me?
I wasn't sending it to you.
Huh.
I don't know. It's in never mind. It's.
He's got it back, Heath.
Who knows?
So. No, John and I normally just email or text message. All right? Well, the problem is getting the link from my computer to the text message. I tried to copy and paste it into the text message and off my phone, and that didn't work. But I've sent it to him multiple other ways. So he hadn't called me. I don't know. Anyway, it's here nor there.
Heath, yes, I did, with a lot of difficulty. It took over a week. And then I had somebody come over and try to help get my phone on Facebook, and I got locked out of Facebook again for 48 hours. So I can't on my phone, but I can on the regular stuff. But it's even acting weird. So.
All right, look who has joined us this morning.
And I'm riding on the cotton belt railroad line. in the pigeon roll and rhythm and noise.
Good morning, Jason. And he says he will be on in a bit. So, cool beans. And he says he's failed on Jason's giveaway for him miserably. He took random guesses. Well, that doesn't work. So, here's the latest update from Heath on his Digitrack package.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah.
I'd be interested to find out, Heath, if somehow the Digitrack's address is wrong or got defaced where they can't read it properly, or what that story is. But it has never made it to Panama City, has it? Because I'm pretty sure it's Panama City is where Digitrax is, not Pensacola. So,
I mean, we're holding our breath. See how pale I'm looking? I mean, waiting for this to get through so we can see what's in the envelope, which is probably empty.
yeah. Floyd, I have sent the link to John on 5 times in multiple different ways. So I don't it's an exercise in futility. The definition of stupid is doing the same thing multiple times and getting the same result. And I'm definitely not stupid. So anyway, he'll figure it out eventually. I would hope. He's a smart guy. Sometimes.
We get shipments here, with tracking that.
Yeah, and Panama City, Heath, is about halfway in between. Well, a little closer to Pensacola than Jacksonville. But
I get some packages. I feel like I can look up or look out and watch them drive by, because they'll go southeast to San Bernardino, which is about an hour and a half away. And then from San Bernardino, it'll go to Bakersfield, which is another hour plus in the other opposite direction before it'll come here. And just why it's going back and forth, have no idea. And I've seen other packages literally stop at places coming up the freeway from Los Angeles, get almost up here, and then go back to Los Angeles, and then go to Bakersfield, and then come here.
Yep. I mean, I've had some bizarre ones, like a package comes to Tampa to St. Pete, from St. Pete to Denver, all right, and then back to Tampa before making it 5 miles away to Riverview, okay? But I have never had one that's gone on for close to 2 months now.
Right. December 24th is when you shipped it. Today's February 14th, Valentine's Day. Yay.
Yeah. So, anyway. Huh. Well, he cost me some more money again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He always cost me money. There's something that I have wanted for a while, and since they announced since it was a new product announced, and which is probably 2 years ago, and I hadn't bought it, but Heath mentioned it Wednesday night, and so I went ahead and ordered it. So I don't have it yet, so it'll be like next weekend, next week. And so Heath, you'll need to watch next week to see how much money it cost me and what it was for. All right. I will say that it's from Iron Planet Hobbies, so you also saved me. Was it 10% or whatever? And then one of the items I should have gotten yesterday, but I haven't, is coming from Iron Planet Hobbies as well, and which will make Jason happy. But again, that'll all be next week. So next week is going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, but you probably had Amanda with you and couldn't spend everything you wanted to spend by. So anyway, so some of the things I got. I have a Proto 2K GP 7 phase 2 or I think it's a 7 phase, maybe a 9 phase 2. I don't know. All right, and oh hell, got so cold my throttle is. But anyway, that's the nose of it there on the left, okay? And it's got a drop-in plug-and-play no sound decoder that is Proto 2K is nothing like a Proto throttle. So it has a drop-in PNP board that was expandable to add sound. Well, I had a Digitrax SFX 006 sound decoder that plugs into it back in Florida, but something happened and it went bad. And for 2 years, I've been looking for a new one, and I have not been able to find it. I've been on the wait list at IPH forever. I think Digitrax is discontinuing it, although they haven't said anything. But I finally found an SFX 004, which works. So I got it, and I didn't wait to open it. I went ahead and installed it. So if I open up a throttle and I select that and I turn track power on, which is one thing he always used to forget to do. I don't think you've forgotten that lately.
He was running trains Wednesday night. I was very impressed. That was nice. I mean, you always have issues. I mean, I'm waiting for something to crash behind me, but he was running trains. It was very well done. Very nice.
So hopefully y'all will be able. It's got a cheap speaker in it though, so hopefully you'll be able to hear it as I bring it forward. Can you hear that? The horn?
I can hear it.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Too fast. So, anyway, I need to put a better speaker in it, but at least it works. So that was one item that I got. And we'll shut that off. We'll release that. All right. So that was one item I got. Then, last week we had the discussion, and Lynn came up with the idea of adding a mirror at the end of the track. And the cover photo for the stream showed what it looked like before the mirror was added and after. And I can also change, and we can look at, I believe this is the before.
No, it looks more like Ollie, but that's okay.
There's the before picture, and
There's
you
the
notice
before.
you can
Once
see all the
you put it on a
screwdriver.
larger screen, you don't need to see me all the time.
Well,
Ah, there you go.
you can see all the screwdrivers and the fold-up chair and all that stuff back there. And immediately following last week's stream, I went ahead and ordered a mirror, and there you go. Or I can actually just go live, which is this
By
picture.
the way, Jason says he's going for lunch. He'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah, that's when he gets on lunch is when he signs in. So there it is with the mirror installed and no screwdrivers or anything in the background. So it's not perfect, but hey, it's better than what it was.
I think it came out well. I was up at Ridgecrest, China Lake, Death Valley, all that area, running trains. I ran my Blue Goose in my Area 51 locomotive and the one you see running up above here. And I stopped to take a break, and I saw where Steve had posted pictures. Oh, okay, nice. And he goes, "Did you notice?" And on my cell phone, I could not see it. It blended in so well, I didn't even notice it. You had to point out the mirror, see the mirror, see the mirror. Yes. When I got home on a large screen like this, I could see it much better.
Yeah.
But I think that came out great. Looks like a little bit of a hill, but hey, that
Yeah, because I have it.
blends in.
I have it tilted a little bit forward. I mean,
Yeah,
I can.
well, that's fine.
And so, anyway, so I thought that turned out rather well.
Yeah. Whoever gave you that idea, that was a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, the old codger did good, right?
Like
Yeah.
I'd mentioned, I'd seen that up at Greeley at the museum there where Jason Jensen works. And they have a couple of mirrors, different scenes. And if you didn't know there was a mirror there, you walk by, it looks like it's just a really deep scenery thing going on.
In answer to Heath's question, at the very end, I had a lip. Let me change over to this for a second. This piece here was actually actually it was that way, on the end. Okay. And the lip stuck up about 3/16 of an inch. Just as because that's what I wanted. Yeah, precaution.
Yeah.
And so you actually probably stuck up a little bit more than that, probably closer to a 1/4 inch. And so when I took this off and put the mirror on, the ballast and everything had gone up almost to that top level. So I did have to cut this away. All right. And then level the ballast at track level directly to the mirror, if that makes sense. And high, yes, the mirror is tilted. Okay. It's tilted forward just a tad. I can tilt it back. It's adjustable. I did. It was a 1 foot by 1 foot by 12 by 18 piece, or 16 or whatever. And I did cut off that much of the mirror. And it does go all the way down. What is that? 6-8 inches. For where the fascia was. Since I took the fascia, 6 inches. So I could move it higher if I wanted. And I cut a slice off the end because that's where some switch, light switches and garage door are that I needed to be able to get to, but it's hidden by the icing platform.
No, it looks great. It looks fine, just like it is.
Yeah, I thought it turned out pretty good. So then, what day was it? Wednesday? After Workbench Wednesday? I went, no, it wasn't Wednesday because Wednesday was terrible. Had to be Tuesday. Wednesday's the day of the ice storm. Anyway, one day this week, I went over to Whistle Stop Hobbies. I was actually looking for a set of powered trucks for this Athearn Blue Box SW whatever, 1 or 1500. It's all the same. And of course, they don't have them. They said they haven't had them in decades. But here's the problem. I use this coupled with another SW, and I want to power. I don't want to, well, I want it to be a dummy, but I want to put a sound decoder in it, a sound light decoder, and I've got a couple inside this so that I can consist it and use the lights, because there are LEDs in this from when it was a powered thing, but I used the powered trucks in this for the calf. Anyway, so I'm looking for a pair of old Athearn Blue Box powered trucks for an SW, because the dummy trucks have plastic wheels and plastic axles. Okay. And even if I and I've got the correct wheels coming, but even if I put those in here, they still won't pick up power because, well, the wheels will, but it won't transform them properly because the pockets in these metal side frames have plastic insulators set in there so that the wheels can't short out from one side to the other. And the only way around it is to get the original powered trucks for one of these. So if anybody knows of somebody with a scrap Blue Box SW, let me know. So I'd love to get those the right trucks on here so I can put this one, the motor control is out on this decoder, so I can put it in there and use it just for lights and sound. So, and I've got 2 of them that way. Anyway. Poor Heath. And the saga continues. So anyway, that's what I was looking for at Whistle Stop Hobbies. And of course, I said they didn't have it. But since I was there, I looked around, and I'm glad Heath is here. Last week he sent me some decals, and so I can make a couple of Riverside Transfer box cars. Okay. Yeah. So, they've got I call it, okay. John has sent me a picture. I don't know where he has sent it.
Reading Heath's notes. 35 minutes for them to tell me there's not anything they can do.
All right. So John says he has sent me some pictures. And I have no idea where he sent them to because I don't have them. Oh, okay. He sent it on my phone. Will that work? I don't know, but no. Those are not.
Oh.
That's not a. We've had this discussion. That is not a Athearn SW. I need an Athearn SW. I don't know what brand that is, but it's not an Athearn, John. All right. And now he's watching my answer. Okay. So anyway, back to Whistle Stop. All right. And they always have a, old new stock, people, estate stuff, whatever. And they had 2 of these Union Pacific 40-foot boxcars, Bachmans.
Jason's favorite railroad.
Yeah, the Onion Pacific. And so I picked up 2 of those. And speaking of Jason, he is now on lunch break. Good morning.
Morning there.
You already got your song.
Now, you know what the slogan to the Onion Pacific is, right?
You've told me a bunch of times, and I'm old and feeble and haven't remembered.
It is service that will make you cry.
Cry, that's it. Yeah, service that will make you cry.
Got a tear to my eye.
So, yes, CNEI, John, you did try. All right, but
By the way, Jason, the train running up above is not a UP. That's a Chicago Northwestern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's a little faint because it's way up there. It's coming around.
they have the same paint scheme, and ultimately the UP bought them. So
Yeah, yellow and green though.
Yeah, they got the green lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Or the
That's
zigzag.
the one I bought back from Ron at Classic Model. That's the third.
I remember that video. Yeah, I remember you saying that.
So Lynn, if you, in one of your boxes you have an old Athearn Blue Box SW, let me know.
Is this one?
No, but it might work. Turn it over. That'll work. That's
Okay,
not a dummy, is it?
This one's a dummy.
Nope, it won't work.
Okay, then
You could put a motor in a dummy.
we've got this one.
You can, I can put a motor in this.
Now this
Oh,
one's
no.
not only a motor, but it's got a chip in it.
The dummy trucks. Let me turn that.
Because they look
That
the
one
same.
would work. That one would work, Lynn.
Okay, then we have a third option. Because when you were talking, you didn't see me holding all of these up. I call this one Frankenstein.
Yeah, turn it over. That will work too.
Now this one is also DCC. This is made out of 3 different locomotives.
Oh, wow.
All I need is the trucks out of them. All right. And that's why, you can put a motor in one of the dummies, but it's not going to work because the trucks are not compatible. Okay. And you missed that discussion.
Well, I heard the discussion, but
No, Jason missed the discussion.
oh, okay.
All right. If you pull one of these apart, the dummies, all right, and you look at it, it's got the gear tower and everything to it.
Yeah.
The problem is the wheels are plastic. All right. The pockets are plastic insulating inserts in there. So you have to have the brass inserts. You have to have the split axle geared wheel sets. And then you
this is
have
what
to
you're
have,
talking about. It's got the little brass inserts.
yes.
Yep. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, those trucks would work. No, those are the brass you see there on that one is the bearings. Okay.
Yeah,
The inserts I'm talking about are in these metal side frames because these side frames are metal.
Yeah.
because all three of these are plastic.
The plastic will work. Okay, it's just it's an upgraded design. Okay, they're interchangeable with these. So anyway, so that's what I went to Whistle Stop Hobbies for.
Cool.
They haven't had them for decades, but I did pick up these two. Now,
I believe I have one. Or I might have sold it.
what, SW? I mean,
No,
I just,
those UP box cars.
oh yeah, these were only $5, so I picked them up. I'll strip them down. I already got the stripper ready, and then I'll
I
repaint.
can't remember if I kept mine or if I sold it. I can't remember.
Well, I only
But
have
mine's
decals for
weathered.
two. I only have decals for two anyway, and I forgot what I was going to say now. But I had ordered the what is it, XF 71 and 19 Riverside Transfer paint. Okay, so hang on a second. You discuss amongst yourselves.
Well, I went to Iron Planet Hobbies last Friday. And last Saturday, I went to the Branson Hobby Center. And so I hit up 2 hobby shops. And Steve thinks because Amanda went with me, I didn't spend a lot of money, but I did.
Oh
because the 12-pack of tortoises are not cheap.
no! You know, when I was buying all my Smales, all right, a 12-pack of Smales, trains.com with the Z, they'd have it for, a 12-pack for every now and then for about $300.
Yeah.
And for Smales, that's a damn good price back then.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember the guy's name that works the front counter at IPH, but he accidentally brought me a 12-pack of Smales, and I was like, oh, no. I said, I run LCC. I said, them Smales would do me no good because I don't need DCC decoders. So
Right.
he was like, oh. And so I guess he grabbed it accidentally, and but he did bring up a 12-pack of tortoises, and so I got that. IPH, they have a couple of tables out at the front of like open box or semi like damaged box items that they discounted. So there was a building kit. It was a Walters building kit, and I think it normally goes for like $45, but it was a grocery store building that would go like in a Merchant's Row type thing, right?
Uh-huh.
The only thing wrong with it is the windows were scratched up.
Okay.
That was it.
Take them out and put some acetate in there.
Yeah. And so I got it for $35. So
It's all-
$10
it's all
off.
John's message. I didn't want to interrupt.
Yep. And then of course I was able to use his discount code at the store. So, you know, I got an extra, what would that be? Another $3.50 off of that building. And then of course the 10% off the tortoises too.
Right.
So
Yeah, you did good.
then I went, the only thing that IPH did not carry, but they said that they are looking at starting to carry is the styrene, you know, from either Plastruct or Evergreen, because I've been looking for sidewalks.
Uh-huh.
So the following morning, so we actually stayed in a town called Forsyth, Missouri, which is outside of Branson. And so we went to the Branson Hobby Center, which is actually in Hollister, and they had the styrene that I was looking for, the sidewalks. And so I got that, got a big sheet of 040 styrene to go with it. And then Amanda found something that she really liked and wanted to see on the layout. And I was like, go ahead and get it. It is a Walters GMC duck boat, 6x6 duck boat from World War II.
Cool. So where are you going to put that?
So either we're going to put it in the river or we're going to put it on the layout and make it look like it's going into the river. But I told her, I said, you can paint it whatever color you want to paint it. I said, the only thing is for my era, it's got to be kind of a more of a pastel type color because they didn't have bright neons back in the late 50s. So I guess they didn't come out to what, more of the 60s, 70s for bright neon colors.
Oh, hell, I don't know.
So I told her, I said, if you want it pink, you know, like a pastel pink, I said, that'll work. I said, we can make it happen.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be totally out of place. So
Right.
Yep, she found a duck boat and she is going to be the one to put it together. It's a kit.
Uh-huh.
So she'll have to be the one to put it together. And I'm hoping, and when I do the video, it's not going to be the next video, but probably the video after that when I do my next layout update. When I do like the, you know, hey, I got this type of stuff. I'm hoping a lot of people will comment on that video, encouraging Amanda to do it on camera. So
Yeah, John
That's
says
my
that
goal.
they use the Ducks utility companies, but heck, I can remember taking the kids on the Duck on Table Rock, the lake.
Well, so Aaron actually drove one on Table Rock.
Oh, that's cool.
When he was real little, they let the kids drive it. And now, ever since the whole... So, funny story, before they went to Table Rock, they used to be off of Lake Hamilton in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And then I guess someone drowned like in the 80s or 90s. Ripley's bought the whole fleet, supposedly did upgrades to them, and took them up to Branson for Table Rock. Well, after that drowning, somebody out of Hot Springs bought the whole fleet back, so now they're back on Lake Hamilton.
I can remember as a kid, we went on them at the Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah.
And of course, they date back to World War II. So
Now, one of the things I did like about when we did ride the duck at Branson, oh, here's a train.
Ooh.
Looks like auto racks. I can flip it over real quick. He's not moving terribly fast.
The train.
Yep. There we go. Oh wow, that's got a fleet of locomotives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
a lot of Norfolk.
A lot of inlets. But what they did was they took us to the very top of the Table Rock Mountain, which is basically they blasted it out so that way they could use that rock to build the Table Rock Dam, from my understanding. And they have a lot of World War II equipment up there, and so you can kind of tour that while riding in the boat. And then, of course, they put us out on the water afterwards. But
Cool.
yeah, that was years ago. Aaron was maybe 5 or 6 when he got to drive a duck boat.
So anyway, I got the box cars, I got the decals. All I needed was the paint. Well, I ordered the paint, the Riverside Transfer paint, 2 weeks ago, and it got lost.
Oh man!
All right. Again, nothing like Heath's episode, but it did get lost. It finally showed up. I'm presuming that's what these are. They finally showed up. The day I went to Whistle Stop. All right.
Oh, lucky for y'all, we got a train meet.
The day these showed up in the mail, that in the afternoon, is the same day that I'd gone to Whistle Stop. And I got tired of waiting and went and bought some more. So I have 2 bottles of the XF70 and XF19. I can do a fleet of Riverside transfer cars.
So what's the actual color names on those colors?
XF70 is dark green,
Okay.
and the XF19 is sky gray.
I believe I might have both of those colors at home.
So anyway, so now he says he can send me all of those. If you want to do it, Heath, by all means do it. I'll do it for you. I don't have a problem with that.
Got another train coming.
I can paint them, send them back where you decal them, or you can send me the cars and the decals, and I'll do them all for you. Yes, you're right. There's a little 2 there. Again, I'm old and couldn't see that. Dark green 2.
Yeah, I believe I have that. I believe I have those colors.
So yeah, it's XF70. So
Well, y'all, this one's a creeper. Front unit's a Union Pacific's brand new paint scheme with
so what's different?
no wings on the front and the little flags up at the nose.
Huh. Okay.
Nice pipe load.
The only issue, Heath, I would have is I can't paint until it warms up. It's too cold to paint right now.
Yeah, that's no lie.
Steve, I noticed your, I don't know if it was Wednesday or the one from Sunday. You were wearing one of your Hawaiian shirts. I made comment about it that it must have warmed up in the garage. And then
Yeah.
the latter part of the video, you've got your sweater and you're all,
That was this last Wednesday's, the Ash and Trash. Because when I started that was the day it was 80 degrees.
That's funny.
And the day I finished them, it was like 18 degrees. So, and right now, it's warm today. It's 41 right now.
Well, it's a brisk 39 here, and they're talking about a round of winter weather Wednesday next week.
Yep. So I saw a newscaster. He was out and he was in the cold, and he's sitting there and chilling, and he's talking about the weather and how cold it is, and he said most people would come out, say it's too cold, and go back in. Unlike me, who I've been out here for an hour and a half, I'd like to punch that groundhog. I'd like to punch him out.
Well, that's like so I saw this little cartoon clip on Facebook, and I saved it to my phone and sent it to a few friends because I thought it was funny. And it shows the groundhog coming into the train room, and the guy's wife is standing right there, and he said, "Yep, I saw my shadow," and she said, "Well, there's 6 more weeks of model railroading."
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And then, of course, her husband was there working on some type of rolling stock. I thought it was funny.
Just another reason why I don't want to go to Toledo.
Oof.
15. So, I grew up suburban Chicago, went to college in Iowa, and I took the lowest offer I had graduating college. It was the lowest monetary offer, but it was in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, wow.
I was so tired of the sub-zero temperatures. And I said, I'm out of here. And I did. Lived in San Antonio for 8 years before moving here to Oklahoma City the first time. So, and I was here 10 years before moving back to Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area. So anyway, here nor there. So are those the only things you got, Jason?
Yeah, that's the only things that I got from the two hobby shops. Now, I did contact, but actually, this guy contacted me first. He's a fellow YouTuber. His channel just hit 1,000 subscribers. It's a Chattanooga Southern Railroad.
Oh yeah.
And he emailed me, said, "Hey, I've got 11 tortoises that I don't need." He said, "I would be glad to sell to you." So I paid for those. So those should be coming in any day. And he just had a contest, and I saw where Steve Childers was the first person who entered that contest.
Yeah, but I got the one wrong that you got right.
Winner. So as Lynn would say, winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He asked, there were 4 questions, and of course I got all 3. The one I got wrong was what his college degree, his bachelor's and
His masters.
And I took a wild guess at mechanical engineering. Yeah, he was actually a civil engineer. So
Yep, his bachelor's is architectural.
okay.
So it was in one of his I think it was his first Q&A video. It's towards the end.
Okay.
And
I looked and looked and looked. I couldn't find it. So.
Yeah, it was towards the end. I figured it was going to be the answer to that question would be on the Q&A. It was the last question I thought would have been in some video, but I just gave up looking on videos and I just Googled it.
Which one?
Who built the Chattanooga terminal station and when did it open?
Yeah, I got that one. It was in yeah, I Googled it too, I think.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to look for the answer for that guy.
But you and I had different opening dates for it. I think you had 1908 or 9, and I had 1908. Construction was started in 1906.
Yeah,
finished.
but it didn't open it was finished in 1908, but it didn't open its doors until 1909.
Okay, whatever.
So, and that was it. He was like, when did it open its doors? So
you won, right?
Yep, I told him I wanted the coffee mug.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So I think he's going to send that with the 11 tortoises that I
But
bought.
that's okay, because I'm going to win that Cotton Belt SW.
So yeah, speaking of contests, today is the last day to enter.
Yeah.
If you haven't entered already.
Shh,
And-
don't tell them.
And the thing is, you can choose either the locomotive of the scale that you want to go for, or there is a cash prize as well.
Cool.
So, because I know not everybody wants a cotton belt switcher with sound, and not everybody wants a DCC BNSF with a Maersk paint scheme in N scale. So
That's an
That's
Athearn
why-
ready to run, right?
it is an Athearn RTR with Tsunami 2. So
So,
is that a Burlington shell? So you're going to take the cotton belt shell off and put the Burlington on it?
you betcha. That's how I got that calf. All right.
That's funny.
I had a Southern Pacific calf. All right.
Yeah.
And I took the chassis of it and I found the Burlington dummy calf and put, and powered them up. So
Isn't that the one that you sent me, the cow and calf years ago? I believe I still have those.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have them.
So,
So I sold a lot of. I sold a lot of my more modern model railroad stuff. But the one thing that I did keep, I did not get rid of, was any Cotton Belt SP, especially locomotive. I didn't sell any locomotives. So all the Cotton Belt, all the SP stuff, I still have, and I won't get rid of it. And any of the freight cars that was Cotton Belt SP or any railroad linked to the state of Arkansas, I kept all those.
Okay.
But I sold quite a bit of stuff, and I used that to be able to buy the stuff that I need for my era. Because, it's one thing, like if you got, like, say, a 4x8 oval, right? And you just want a train, so you get a couple of locomotives, maybe 8-10 pieces of rolling stock and a caboose. But when you start doing operations, even on a switching layout, the amount of locomotives and rolling stock you need is a lot more. You need a whole lot more than just piecing a train together to run in a circle.
Right.
So,
next week you'll be proud of me next week. All right. It was due to arrive yesterday and was supposed to be part of today's live stream, but it didn't arrive. But you'll be proud of me next week. So you'll just have to
okay. So I'll be looking forward to it.
I'm not going to spill the beans, but I have, and then Heath's going to be proud of me too. So between the two of you cost me a lot of money this week. And
well, I'm wondering if my next video that I'm fixing to come out with is going to cost you even more money, because once you see, I got in touch with my buddy Train Junkie. So you know who that is, Steve.
Yeah, what you talking about, Willis?
So I just got my roads in, and I recorded the how to put the roads on video last night. So I got to get it edited and put it together. And he told me, he said, if I do a how-to video, like on my layout, that he would put it on his website. So
now, Heath, how have I cost you any money? You're the one that always costs me money.
oh shit! There's another train. Holy crap!
The
Rail has joined us as well. So
yeah.
What's going on, JD? This one's moving. It's a busy day on the rail today.
No fooling.
Joe says screw the editing. He wants to see the boo-boos. That's the same one going back the other way.
No, I think this is a grain train.
It is. I was just joking.
Yeah.
So, well, I found out. I've got an old friend here that in Oklahoma City. He and I would do everything together back the first time we lived here in the 90s. And we were talking the other day, and he saw my railroad, and he says, well, that was my hobby before I had kids. So now that his kids are grown and gone, and he's talking about going out and get a 4x8 sheet of plywood. I said, well, let's run some trains here first. All right, before you buy an 8 sheet. So.
Yeah, the 4x8, it's great for someone just getting started, but it's definitely not the way to grow, in my opinion.
Well, and he's getting ready to retire, and I can't imagine him being. Well, he might be satisfied with a 4x8, especially if I start building the shed layout, where he can do better operations and stuff. So we'll see.
Now, a 4x8, that's perfect for a peninsula. That's because then you just put a little divider up the middle, and you got about 24 inches on both sides. I mean, it'd be a little less, but
wait till I start my track plan. I got it all in my head. but I'm going to have so many people saying, well, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Blah, blah, blah. And there's methods to my madness and track plan that I'm going to do. And
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll wait and have that conversation as it develops. So,
Did you
hey,
see
we
that
are.
last car? Looked like something Jason would paint. Did you see the last one?
Yeah, I did.
And I'm going to have to develop a new emblem for the shed layout. It's going to be a picture of a GP 7 or 9, an SD something, or no, yeah, probably maybe an SD 9, a GP 35, and then an E8. Staggered. One, looking at the side and as they're going down, and then the racetrack.
Yeah. And then what you need to do is have like the Burlington logo, but instead of it saying Burlington, put the Retirement Railroad in it.
Uh-huh.
And then have a palm tree on one side and a teepee on the other.
That ain't bad. But I don't want to change it to the Burlington. What it'll be, it'll still be the CB&Q.
Yeah.
All right. And I haven't figured out exactly. Your idea is good, but I still want it to remain CB&Q because I'm not going to redo everything to say racetrack or retirement.
Okay, we'll just call it the Retirement Subdivision.
Well, I'm going to call it racetrack division.
Okay,
All right.
that'd be cool.
I was thinking what Jason just said. I can go about an hour from here and get you a picture of teepees and palm trees together. On the old Route 66 and what's called Rialto, there are teepees. They've been there since the 50s, I believe, or before.
Oh, wow.
California's got palm trees, and literally there are teepees and palm trees right next to each other.
There was a motel, an old 50s motel on old Route 66 here somewhere in Oklahoma. I can't remember where, that your room was a teepee. Okay. Now, granted, it wasn't a real teepee. It was
Yeah.
decorated to look like a teepee.
Wasn't that over in Arizona?
There's one in Arizona, yes.
I thought it was in Oklahoma City. I mean, Oklahoma, not Oklahoma City, but it could be. So
Something Springs. I can't remember the name of the town, but it's like right off of I-40. It's like the old. It's like that part of the area of Route 66 like totally died when I-40 came into play.
Cartoon movie with the cars. The Disney Pixel.
Oklahoma still
they
had
a picture of that with the teepees.
Yes, it's
and it's something Springs.
Yeah, the movie Disney's Cars called it Radiator Springs, but that's not the name of it. But they had it, and they used the Cozy Cone Hotel and made it Road Cones when it's actually it's actual teepees, the real picture. It's like if you watch the movie at the end and watch the credits, they show you what the original town kind of looked like.
Right.
And where they got their inspiration for some of the, the names of the places at Radiator Springs from the real thing.
There's a TP motel between out southwest of Houston.
Yeah, I don't think it's there anymore.
No. There's the Wigwam Motel. This is the one Lynn's talking about in San Bernardino.
Yes.
Um,
I had a car breakdown right in front of it. Driving a really classy $40 52 Dodge Panel. And one of the rear wheels decided to come off. And if it wasn't for a hedge, it would have went right through a teepee. And the jolt from that, it also caused the right same side front wheel to come off. And I almost drove the truck through a teepee.
Oh wow.
Grandpa
I
Rails.
picked up a hitchhiker, and the guy got out, and he said, "That's enough. I'll walk from here."
All right, guys.
It's close
It's
to
that
home.
time.
Okay.
So, hey, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Tune in Wednesday for Workbench Wednesday, and next Friday, because I'll have at
2
least
Fridays from now, I won't be around, going to the train show in Bakersfield,
Cool.
where the HD MMRC will be setting up a minor 50 by 30 foot layout with a center yard, with the battleship, the aircraft carrier, and a whole bunch of new stuff.
That's always cool.
Oh, Steve, before I let you go, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, there is a train show in Northwest Arkansas in Bentonville.
Ooh.
So
Nice. Yeah, are
me
you-
and
are you
Amanda, we might try to go to that.
If you're going, I'll take the ride over there. It's about
Okay.
a 3-hour drive. It's about a 3-hour drive from here, but that's not bad.
It's the same for us.
What's the date?
The 22nd, I believe.
That's
And I
next
think
week.
it's it's a week from tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. I don't think I have a conflict.
So just thought I'd let you know.
Yeah. Let me know if you're going, and we'll see. We'll see. I know if there's no conflict, I can go.
Okay.
My wife's not home, so I can't even check. So I know I don't have a conflict, but she may
I
have
hear
one
you.
for me. So.
I hear you.
With that, everybody, hey, thanks for joining us. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. All right. And live from Oklahoma. See y'all later. Bye now.
Bye.